Hey guys, Hop here for TFBTV at SHOT Show 2023. We are at the Black Rain Ordnance booth talking to Craig and Anthony about a very interesting new rifle. You guys are typically known, Black Rain Ordnance is known for ARs and Cerakote jobs, and this is not that. This is something else entirely. So why don't you guys tell us what is going on here?
Yeah, well, I'm working with Black Rain because I trust those guys. So I've known them since they started their company, and me coming from a warfighter background as a spec ops sniper, especially in the SEAL teams, being an amphibian, I know that reliability is key. And we've always wanted a shorter, lighter weapon as a sniper that had greater reliability and greater firepower. A little bit larger rounds so that we could chew through barricade material, walls, buildings, vehicles, that kind of thing, and still reach out to further distances. So we never got the modifications that we were asking for. To this day, the guys are running long, heavy, and very front-heavy weapon systems that aren't, quite frankly, that reliable. So Anthony's a friend of mine that's just a genius engineer, and I said, hey, what can be done to make the ultimate rifle for these guys that have an overwhelmingly impossible mission at times? And he said, well, let's talk about it. So I said, reliability's like AK style reliability, that level of reliability coming up out of a muddy, sandy surf zone or swamp or snow or anything like that. That's what I want the thing to be able to run in, because that's what these guys face sometimes. And he said, yeah, we'll devise it. So we devised an operating system I'll let him talk more about, but we put it in a composite chassis in a bullpup configuration. And by bullpupping it, you just occupy all of the buttstock space with the operating system. So there's essentially, you cut a foot of length off the front of any weapon system, and you shift the center of gravity way further back to the operator. So it's a lot easier to handle as far as inertia goes, and a lot less taxing. So this thing's the most reliable, lightweight, accurate, highly functional thing we could devise. These are the first prototypes of them. And one thing about it is the bolt is all controlled from the fire control hand. So you never have to come off with this hand. And if you want to rack the bolt back, you can control whether or not it stays back with the selector lever. And when you do a mag change, when you drop the mag, it's still done up here with the fire control hand. And when you put the new mag in, unless you press the lever up to keep the bolt locked, it's actually going to drop for you. So in a firefight, when you drop the mag and punch the next one in, she's already going to go home, and you don't even have to break the stock weld and come up and do the mag change here and re-engage like a conventional weapon. You just drop the mag and come in with the new one, and you're right back on the gun. So it's a lot more efficient as far as controlling the weapon, in addition to its lightweight and lack of length, because this is a full 24-inch barrel with a suppressor on it in 308, and this is lighter and shorter than anything else out there. Here it is in an 18-inch barrel, more of a combat rifle configuration for an assaulter.
There's a lot of things that Craig asked for. A lot of the stuff that most of the bullpups that you experience have problems with, no one's ever tackled it from the ground up. Most companies are like, okay, well, this is just an inherent flaw with bullpups. And I understand that's given a bad taste in the mouths of everybody who doesn't like bullpups. We said, well, why is it that you have to do that? Well, you don't. You just have to start from the ground up and build it from the beginning. So we said, okay, let's have something like all forward controls that are familiar with anybody who already runs ARs. Okay, that's great. Let's make it AK-like reliable. So we couldn't use some of the standard systems. We had to design our own system. We had to make something that was extremely accurate. One of the features of this rifle is the barrel and the optics rail are attached. So when you change your barrel out, the scope and the optics stays attached to the barrel. So now you never have to worry about changing your point of impact or anything like that. And you can ensure supreme accuracy because you don't have the receiver involved.
Literally, this is the same exact chassis and operating system as that one. You could unbolt this barrel that comes off with the rail and the optic and put it on that weapon.
Slide it in.
This one just has a longer handguard to accommodate the longer barrel to mount all the tools on it, but that's the same system. So if you had this, you could swap out for a longer barrel with a long-range optic, or if you want to go shorty with no magnification, you put on a shorty barrel, same weapon. And
Gives you guys options with
quick swap barrel.
Caliber
Yeah.
exchange as well down
Yes.
the line.
Right, and
Yes.
the other thing is when he said you have to make it multi-caliber, military just picked up the 6.8, right? High pressure. So this is completely compatible with the high pressure 6.8. It's compatible with 6.5 Creedmoor 308 or anything else in the standard AR-10 platform. We actually have a little bit longer overall magazine length and a few features if we're going to be coming out with our own magazine possibly, so that we can incorporate even longer COL for our cartridges. The balance of this rifle is perfectly over the hand. So as a fully kitted out and featured rifle, everything is exactly over the hand. You never have to take your hand off for the fire control group to release your bolt, to release your magazine, to do anything with this rifle. Everything is right over the hand. Triggers. Everybody hates Bullpup triggers. We work with Art Elfman. He designed a trigger specifically for this. This is a nice, crisp, clean 2.5-pound trigger. You have to feel it. It's fantastic. Everything. Strongest bolt, different reliable gas system, center of balance, ultra lightweight, significantly shorter, almost a foot shorter than a current military issue 308. Everything about this changes the paradigm of how they design guns, and it definitely changes the design for bullpups.
Yeah, and I think the thing overcoming the bullpup layout is people never bothered to engineer the problems out of it.
No.
And we did. We spent the last 8 years engineering solutions, and now there's no reason not to have a bullpup because we've overcome every objection anyone ever had to the bullpup configuration. It's a more efficient use of space, so we're excited about it, and we're getting offers to buy these prototypes at 4 times the rate ahead of time, the pre-order. So it's the demand is already demonstrating itself. So we're grateful for that and excited about this being a lot more effective for the warfighter, a lot less taxing, and bringing a lot more of our boys home.
So you guys are still kind of in the early stages. Do you have a prediction about when these will be on the market, and do you have an idea of kind of the ballpark price?
We'll probably be open to the market around 2023, to be honest with you, because we're not going to sell anything or produce anything that has problems. There's a couple of different models. We're going to offer it with the standard aluminum chassis, some of the higher tech composite carbon fiber chassis. And we're doing that so that there's something for the lower price points and there's something for people who want the utmost of performance. So anywhere between the $1,000 to $3,000 range, but we can't guarantee anything. We're just trying it right now.
There's a lot of torture testing we're going to put these things through. We're going to destroy them and see what it takes to destroy them, and if we can make them even better. So once they're ready and we deem them pretty much unstoppable, we'll bring them to market through Black Rain.
Yeah, I could hear it. Thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned. Lots more stuff coming from SHOT Show 2023 on TFBTV and TFB Showtime.